Hey everyone, welcome to Tampa Bay Sports Talk. I'm going to do a quarantine and chill, hang out, ask questions. So, let's see, we'll get some people in here. And I got a new background also. What's up, Florida man? Thank you for joining. Hope you're out there being safe and trying to keep this virus away from everybody. Doing good. I haven't really been on making videos or doing live streams in probably the last 2 weeks as much. Um, we've just I've been putting in our flooring. We put in the wood flooring in our house, so I've been busy doing that and helping paint. So we've been doing like house projects. Yeah, it came out. I thought it came out looking nice. The only hard part was like trying to cut around the edges and the corners and stuff like that. Hey, guess 2 more days we get to see the uniforms. Been counting down. I was at Walmart yesterday, and we just happened to walk by, and I just thought of it as soon as I seen it. I was like, "Damn, I'm gonna get the fabric and use that as my background." I think it looks pretty good. I need to adjust the computer so you don't see like the edges and stuff like that. But I just did it for now. Thanks. It's actually I can also whenever I'm not streaming, I can use it as a blanket. It's like real soft material. You need a mask. I'll show you the one. I actually made one out of an old T-shirt, but I made this one out of an old T-shirt. I was wearing it yesterday, just to not really to wear a mask, but more likely to just because it's the Bucks. But let's see. Hold on one second. It was hard to try to keep this up, but yesterday I had it going good. There was people at like the store and shit when I was there, and they're like, "Damn, I like that." But that's why I just the front of the T-shirt, I just cut it kind of like the shape of a mask. Thanks. It just, like I said, I just cut the front of a shirt off and made it. What is my favorite player on the Bucks now? What's my favorite player on the Bucks now? Or you mean all time? My favorite player now. Hold on, Keith. I'll tell you in a second. But my favorite player now is Mike Evans. My favorite player all time on the Bucks. It's hard. I have to go with probably Derek Brooks or Warren Sapp. There's so many that I loved back then. Now, what do I think about Brady and the system with Bruce Arians' system? With going back to Bruce Arians was in an interview not the other day, and they were talking about how they made it clear to whoever quarterback was coming that they're not changing the offense because he would rather have one person learn the system instead of changing it all and having everybody have to relearn the system. And he said, watching the Patriots offense and talking with Tom Brady, that they both have similar style offenses. The Patriots did go down the field and, doing the seam routes and stuff like that. And then they had the under drags and under the crosses coming underneath all the longer routes. And that's the same pretty much as Bruce Arians that he was talking about. So he was talking about there's just some minor little talking about the language part of it is what Tom Brady is going to have to learn and have to and the personnel and stuff like that. But I think he's going to excel. People keep talking about his arm strength. I posted videos on Facebook of Tom Brady this past season, and he had a lot of deep throws for touchdowns this past year. I don't know if people are aware of it. I think they're just saying, oh, he's 42 years old or whatever. He's old. He don't have a strong arm. The film don't lie. Even Bruce Arians said that. Even Jason Light and Bruce Arians both said that his arm is very strong enough for this offense. Yeah, I know. There was one play against the Steelers, 58-yard bomb to I forget who it was. Oh, Dorsett. And it was just that wasn't like the only one either. I was watching I went back and watched all the Patriots like week 1, week 2, week 3. He was still doing it. You know, you know what? Yeah, me too. Brad Johnson, the year we won the Super Bowl, had 7 interceptions. He didn't have a strong arm. I don't even think the longest pass he had that season was against the Atlanta Falcons to Keyshawn Johnson. And it wasn't a bomb. I think it was a fly route, and it was like a 30-yard catch, but Keyshawn Johnson ran it the rest of the way. If you know the Bucks and know what I'm talking about, it was like Keyshawn Johnson's first ever. It was like Keyshawn's first touchdown as a Buccaneer or something that season. It wasn't his first as a Buck because it was and it was in Georgia. So Brad Johnson, he had 25 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and you don't if you don't turn the ball over and give your team a chance, and it's gonna hold on something. Yeah, no, just not every quarterback is gonna be throwing 30 or 35 touchdowns, and you forget that last time Tom Brady had a huge wide receiver that was 6'5", which he's never had a wide receiver that was 6'5". Randy Moss was 6'4", but last time he had a tall, deep threat wide receiver, he had 55 touchdown passes. What's up, gamer? Yeah, I heard. I didn't hear about him trading up though. I heard him that they wanted to go after Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs is compared to Tyreek Hill with the speed and explosiveness, and you can catch it. I think Jordan Love um, would be a good pick, like maybe second round, or maybe if he's there. I don't know how all these other teams are going to go. I think once Burrow goes and then Justin Herbert goes, all these other teams that was wanting a quarterback, hoping quarterbacks would fall, are just going to start trying to trade up and get these quarterbacks, like Jordan Love, Jake Fromm. And there's another quarterback too. Who's that? Yeah, you can post it. I shared it to all the groups that I'm in. I'm trying to get more people, get more people in here so we could talk. And dude, if you get Henry Ruggs, that's a because in the interview, Bruce Arians already told that his offensive line is set, that they're just going to add depth to it later on. So I don't know if that's a smokescreen to maybe get teams thinking that they're not going to want to pick an offensive lineman, or he really believes that their offensive line is set since they signed Joe Haig from the Colts. Because the way the Bucks are, they're really loyal to their draft picks, especially like Donovan Smith. Of course, they already re-signed him to his contract. Marpet and Alex Kappa, who they drafted. I think they drafted him 2 years ago. So they're not gonna. 2 years ago they drafted him, and he's big. He's 6'6". He's a big guard. So I don't think they're gonna just give up on him. They'll give him a competition to fight in training camp and earn it now. Now, I was I heard that since Ndamukong Suh only signed for 1 year and he's going to be like 34 this year, he's not the type of a player like Tom Brady where you can play into your 40s at that position, that defensive tackle. That's more, you get more wear and tear on your body than a quarterback does on when you're using all your muscles and pushing and all your strength and stuff like that every single play. That I think his name Javon Kinlaw, that he was an option too, that he can be in there and then then we'll have him for the next 5-7 years after Ndamukong Suh is gone. Yeah, Scotty Miller. I don't know if y'all seen it on Twitter. They posted Scotty Miller was in a track meet and he came and blew and left everybody behind. Yeah, Kinlaw would be good. He's huge. I don't know if y'all seen him, but he's built like Michael Pittman was. But he reminds me of DK Metcalf from Seattle. How his body look, he's huge. And I heard that the Falcons might go after Clavon Chason. See, we got JPP for 2 years. We got to get Shaq Barrett long term. So I don't think they would go pass rusher behind JPP. I don't think they would pick a number one pick to be a backup behind JPP. I don't think. That's my opinion. But Kinlaw, he could be there rotating him with Suh. That would. Yeah. I think they'll work on a long-term deal. I think once after this year and Ndamukong Suh, after his contract will be gone, because I don't think they'll sign him again for after this year because of his age, and they'll have more money. They'll have more money to be able to sign him long term too. But you also got to think about Chris Godwin. I wouldn't want to lose Chris Godwin though. Man, them bandwagon fans came out right the next day after it was official Tom Brady signed. There are so many, and a lot of them in the Bucks groups even admitted it, saying, "Hey, we're Patriots fans. Can we join your group? We're gonna be Bucks fans now." Let them come. That's more people in Raymond James cheering for the Bucks. At least they're loyal to their guy, Someone just think about this. Your quarterback that brought you 6 Super Bowls, all that excitement for 20 years. And if you guys are like diehard, fans of your teams and stuff like that, it's an emotion that the team brings to you. Shoot, I cried like a baby when Ronnie Barber picked off McNabb in that playoff game to go to the Super Bowl. I was crying. I was like, oh my God. And the year before that, when we got robbed in the St. Louis, when we should have went to the Super Bowl, I was so mad. I didn't leave the room. But yeah, it's like so they're gonna follow him. But now there's people out there that's not Patriots fans that, oh shit, we got Tom Brady. We're gonna win now. So I'm gonna jump back on. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, just gotta see how this defense, plays and how, because no OTAs and no off season workouts, stuff like that. That really does it really does affect the team though. Especially like the chemistry, like Tom Brady, he's not going to be able to work out practice with Mike Evans, Godwin, and the receivers. So whenever this all clears and this virus clears and stuff, and then training camp, that's where they have to learn all that. So they're gonna have to learn, um, build that chemistry during training camp. I did my mock draft. I wonder if we can do it on the computer instead of on the phone. We can do a. I can do a live mock draft on here. But I did one on the phone on this website. I did like 5 of them last night, and I picked Jonathan Taylor every single one because he was there at 14 every single time, but I didn't pick him every time at 14. A lot of times I picked him in the second round. He was there, but man, Jonathan Taylor, watching his highlights, he just reminds me of a version of Adrian Peterson where he's powerful and fast, and he could break the long run and separate himself. What do you mean by that? Don't run on fireworks. Oh, yeah. Jonathan Taylor reminds you of Emmitt Smith. Mm, I'll tell you one thing though. Emmitt Smith had good vision, and when I watched Jonathan Taylor's highlights, that's the same thing. He sees the cut, he sees the hole, and hits it, and it seems like not one guy is going to bring him down though. To me, like I watched DeAndre Swift's highlights. I watched Jonathan Taylor's. I watched J.K. Dobbins and Travis Etienne. To me, Travis Etienne's more of a receiving back. Dobbins, he's to me like a Mark Ingram type, and DeAndre Swift, he's just his own. But the way I seen his film was his style. He's fast. He has agility. I'll tell you that. He has some cuts, agility like a motherfucker. But to me, in the NFL, um, dancing around and stuff in the backfield, it's not going to work. I don't think it's going to be like that. And he wouldn't have that success in the NFL as he did doing all those cuts in the backfield. And NFL is way too fast for that. So that's why I was like, I wouldn't go after DeAndre Swift in the first round like that, or even second round. But that's why I seen Jonathan Taylor. I was like, man, just the way he plays, and he plays aggressive. Is Antonio Brown, was that official? I didn't hear anything about it. I know he's working out with Lamar Jackson. Yeah. The Ravens need some wide receivers. All they have is his cousin Hollywood Brown, and then Antonio Brown. I'd call them the Killer Bees. I don't know any. Willie Snead, he's not really. He's just average wide receiver to me. But remember though, Lamar Jackson, he's more of a scrambler and runner than he is an actual pocket quarterback. So I still wouldn't expect Antonio Brown to be the same guy he was when he has a pocket quarterback, like when he had Roethlisberger, and even when Tom he was with the Patriots that short time. He didn't do shit with the Oakland Raiders. Think about it. We had um, our last franchise type quarterback we had was, I would say, Cadillac Williams, but he had two bad knee injuries, and that's what really, you know, that was a downfall for his career. But when he first came, dude, he was like unstoppable. I think he broke the record for the most yards in the first 4 weeks of to begin a career. I know we had LeGarrette Blunt, but he wasn't really a franchise type running back. But shoot, Cadillac Williams, man, he had power and speed. The one before that, I would say Warwick Dunn. That's the only one. Him and Ostad. But we really haven't had a run game ever since. Not Thomas Jones. He wasn't. You know. Well, see now LeGarrette Blunt, when he was at the Patriots, he had a lot of touchdowns. But this is why Tom Brady would nickel dime it all the way down to inside the 10-yard line, and then just hand it off to that big ass LeGarrette Blunt to get the touchdown. And then they won. Did they win the Super Bowl when they had LeGarrette Blunt? I don't think so. I think that's when they lost. I think that's when they lost to. Um, they lost to the Eagles. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember he went to the Eagles right after the Patriots won. Yeah, he won the Super Bowl when they beat the Falcons. I forgot about that because he fumbled in that game, and he was like, "Man, I remember." Yeah, he fumbled in the Super Bowl, and that's what gave the Falcons the momentum to go on that 28-point swing. Yeah, I forgot about that. What's up, Jerome? Yeah, yeah. I think Garrett Blunt. Last time he was playing, I think he was on the Lions and he retired. You guys like playing trivia? Like trivia questions? All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, the Rams. They didn't really do anything. Um, they got Michael Brockers back. I don't know if that's a big deal or not, but they lost defense. They lost their pass rusher. What do you think, Jerome? What do you think about your logo? To me it looks like they added a little bit of orange, like a yellow that fades into the orange in it. I know there's a lot of people been talking about the logo and how it's don't look good. No, I don't know. Is that going to be the new logo for the helmets, or are they still going to keep the ram horns on it? I think it would be cool if they got the helmet more of a brighter blue and had that horn and had the horn where it was the yellow, but then it fades into the orange, like how the logo looks. I think that'd be cool, something different. Now I will tell you that this guy's from I can't tell the name or where I heard it from, but my inside source um, that works for the Bucks said that we are keeping the same logo. That's the only thing he told me that he can tell me. It's going to be three logos. Jerome, do you live in LA or St. Louis? I don't know if you're still like you lived in St. Louis and still a Rams fan. I don't know, but the Rams come to Tampa this year. You live in St. Louis? They should have never left, man. Los Angeles, okay. I don't know why they leave L.A., St. Louis, go back to L.A. and moving all around. The schedule comes out. I think it said May. Was it May 9th? I'm sure once it gets closer to the date, like it did the last few years, some of the primetime games is going to be starting getting leaked out. Like, oh, the Bucks are playing Kansas City on Sunday Night Football. Stuff like that. But I know the Rams play in Tampa this year. We got a tough home. We got a tough home schedule this year, and I'm gonna be there for some of the greatest matchups. We got Brady against Aaron Rodgers. Thanks, Anthony. Got Brady against Aaron Rodgers. Brady Breeze twice. Brady against fucking Patrick Mahomes. Brady against fucking Jared Goff again. Well, no, we. I mean, we should beat them again. I'm sorry, Jerome, but if we can beat them with fucking Jameis Winston, I'm sure we could beat him with fucking Tom Brady. Jerome, that was a crazy game last year. I wasn't expecting that at all. I got mine, Anthony. Row B, second row from the field in the end zone. But I've been a season pass member since 2014, though. I know the Falcons and the Cleveland Browns got new uniforms too. I don't know when they're going to be revealed. Yeah, that's got to be a night game or a 4:30 game there. That's what they're talking about. Do something different, right? Have one side the horn and then the other side with the logo. Like there's one team that does that shit in college that they have the actual logo, but on the other side it's like the jersey number on the side. Yeah. What do you think about Todd Gurley leaving or them releasing Todd Gurley? To me, it's his knees are. He was not the same even in the Super Bowl. Um, when they lost to the Patriots, his knee. I don't know. He just wasn't the same. Yeah. So who's going to be on running back now? Who do y'all have now for your running back for the Rams? Fucking, I don't. Do y'all still have Anderson? Was that the little short guy from the Broncos? So y'all need a running back. If the Rams are smart, they would go. They would go get a running back. Go get J.K. Dobbins. Just not Jonathan Taylor. If he's there when the Bucks pick, man, the Bucks better pick him. I know, right? Tom Brady gonna still whoop that ass. He's like, yeah, remember that 28-3 lead? I know the Falcons are all talking about, oh yeah, we got Gurley now. Man, even on Twitter, Adam Schefter said that his doctor still said that his knee is really bad. And that he wouldn't take a pay cut to stay with the Rams, so they released him, even though they owed him money. They rather pay him his bonus than paying his a whole season contract if he got hurt during the season. I don't know. That's Rams are in a tough division too. Rams got the Cardinals, which their defense isn't really that good, but shit, they got DeAndre Hopkins, Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk. But the 49ers are still there. That defense, I don't know about any spider bites except for like a brown recluse, but now you own Sweden. Yeah, I mean, Cardinals ain't ready to be a contender or a playoff. Now you can still make the seventh wild card spot, seventh seed. Now we have seven seeds. Remember that. So you could still make the playoffs and still have a 8-8 or maybe even a 7-9 record. I think if our defense comes and plays the way they did in the last month of the season, where they're causing turnovers, sacking the quarterback like crazy, and now we have Tom Brady that's not going to turn the ball over like Jameis did. I say we can go. We could be a 11-5 team. Shit, we could 12-4. That always happens too, Jerome. Fucking a Super Bowl team win it, and then next year there's teams that's won the Super Bowl, and the very next year didn't even make the playoffs. I hope so. That'll be nice. Because even with Jameis Winston, there's not one game we got blown out. Every game we either lost by a touchdown or less, and it was because Jameis Winston threw a pick six and shit like that. So if you take away those turnovers, pick sixes, he gave up 100 and something points by all his turnovers. So if you take that away, just cut it down to half. My team, or are you talking about Gamer? Gamers is the Patriots, I believe. He's a Patriots fan, but He's been with me since I started my channel, or started my sports talk. Pretty much, it seems like he's cool. I like talking football with everybody, not just Bucks fans. Should I have Bronco? I have a Broncos fan. Um, I have Broncos fans. I think I had a Raiders fan in here. I had a Redskin. I know I had a Redskins fan. I haven't had no NFC South, Saints, Falcons, Panthers people in here yet. Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are going to do anything like spectacular. There, one guy on ESPN was talking about that Tom Brady played average this year. Why can't the Patriots still win with an average quarterback, whoever that's going to be? Jarrett Stidham. And I'll tell you this though, on Madden, I like updated the rosters as best as I can with all the free agencies and trades and all that. So I got Tom Brady on the Bucks, and I put Brett Perryman on the Jets. I put Gurley on the Falcons. You know, the best I could, like updated, and I simulated the season, and the Bucks went 12-4, and they lost an NFC Championship game to the Green Bay Packers. But I don't think the Packers are going to be in the NFC Championship game. And the Chiefs won the Super Bowl on that season when I simulated it again. It was Chiefs and the Packers in the Super Bowl. But shoot, first year with Brady, I'll take the NFC title game. That's the same thing with Peyton Manning. His first year with the Broncos, they went to the NFC Championship game, which they should have won. God damn, the Broncos defense screwed that up by the Hail Mary just prayer that Joe Flacco threw up. And then they caught it and ran in for a touchdown with like 30 seconds left. But then the next year, I believe they won. No, the very next year they went to the Super Bowl and lost to Seattle. Then after that, that's when the Broncos won the Super Bowl over the Panthers. Rams and Bucks NFC Championship again, but this time it wouldn't be no 11-5 fucking game where we get screwed out of a damn catch. See, even that game, if we had a damn good quarterback, Sean King, little ass Sean King, trying to be a quarterback in the championship. To who? Who do you think the Chiefs are going to lose to? I just don't see anyone in the AFC beating them, though. Or Ravens, maybe. Tennessee Titans, you think they're going to be the same? I say the only way the Ravens have a good season like they did last year and actually make it to a Super Bowl and knock off the Chiefs is if they get Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown is not a cancer, and they have to get a corner. They have to at least get a good corner because Jimmy Smith is gone, and Tony Jefferson. So those two guys were big parts of that defense. So yeah, they lost Fuller, the corner. They lost Fuller to the Redskins. They lost. I think they lost one of their good defensive linemen too. Didn't they? Didn't they lose? What's his name? Jones. There ain't no latest news on the Bucks really. Just the uniforms are coming out Tuesday. Yeah, I think they lost Chris Jones, defensive tackle. The latest news for any Buccaneers signings was the last one was Blaine Gabbert on a 1-year deal, but he sucks. He over him, I'd rather have Jameis back. At least Jameis would fucking learn, and he still has a. If he learned behind Tom Brady, in my opinion, to not turn the ball over, he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the whole league. Because he has the fight, the work ethic, the strong arm. Only thing that holds him back is the damn interceptions and the bonehead ass plays. I know Chiefs got all these young ass players that's rookies, second year guys, third year guys that's still on rookie contracts and winning. You never hear of that shit. Same thing with Seattle. Seattle won a Super Bowl with fucking Russell Wilson getting what, $900,000 a year. No, Eric, they're not a quarterback away from the Super Bowl because we got the quarterback to take us to the Super Bowl. Thanks, Sheldon. Yeah, we're trying to be safe as much as we can. That game on Monday Night Football, that the Chiefs and Rams, that was just where was the defense? That was like playing Madden on rookie mode. That was it. What they score? 100 points. It was like 55-50 or something. This, yeah, I watched that game. Sheldon, it's at Walmart. It's in the fabric area where they have all the fabric where crafting and stuff is, and they sell it by the yard. So I just bought 2 yards of it, and it's actually like for a blanket. It's like real soft. It's like the material's real soft. Go to Walmart in Bradenton. You'll see it. They have it there. It's like it's made for like a blanket, but I just used it. I said, shoot, that'd be a cool background instead of just using my flags. Or not, yeah, I have my flags that you can see like a little bit right there and right here a little bit. But I usually just have my flag sticking up, but I was like, shit, I'm gonna use that in the background. At least it looks more professional, I guess you can say, like when the Bucks are doing their press conferences. I think the Bucks uniforms, from what I've been told and what um, I've been seeing and reading and doing research on and stuff like that. What's up, Alvin? Um, that they're going to look like similar to the Super Bowl uniforms, except for they're going to keep the bright red color. Like this is, of course, the old, so it's not the bright red, but the bright red color. The pewter is changing a little bit. It's not going to be that darkish pewter. It's going to be more of a lighter pewter that I was told. And that it's going to be, it's not the same, it's not these fucking numbers. It's going to be a different font. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's not those. I know it's not those. And there's three. There's a white, red, and the color rush is not red. The color rush is a pewter. The whole uniform is going to be pewter. Pewter socks, pewter pants, pewter jersey. And I think it's going to have somewhat orange in the uniform. And that's what my. But Tuesday they come out, and I can't wait. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I've been asking the Buccaneers insiders like Greg Allman, Rick Stroud. I've been talking with them on Twitter and stuff. That I'm trying to get a little bit of inside scoop. But like, is it going to be a video package that they're going to release it, or is it going to be live? Now, I don't know if you guys know this. This past week, Tom Brady is in Tampa. He's moved. He got a U-Haul and everything, and he's moved into Derek Jeter's mansion. He's renting Derek Jeter's mansion that's on downtown Tampa. And he's been spotted, and there's a former news guy that's been taking pictures of him, like kind of like a paparazzi type shit, sitting outside the house taking pictures of Tom Brady and stuff. The first one he took a picture of, he was walking around with the realtors and stuff like that, and then the other one is he had him pulling up and unloading a U-Haul truck. I've had my ticket. I've been a season pass member since 2014. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna buy one of each. I'm gonna buy the white, red, and the pure one. And then I'm also gonna have to buy a new custom jersey or get it made because I got to with my character. Sheldon, you live in Tampa? No, if you live an hour from Raymond James, then you ain't in Tampa. Then where you at, Sheldon? These are the three jerseys I'm gonna get when they come out. My favorite player on the Bucks now. Oh, okay, you live in Branson. All right, sweet. Yeah, that's an hour. I live in Plant City, so it takes me about with the traffic on Sundays. Once I get near the stadium, like Del Mabry and MOK and all that, it takes me about 35 minutes. But I'm gonna get probably the red one, Tom Brady, the white one, Devin White, and then the pure one, Mike Evans, or the Color Rush one, Mike Evans. Alvin, they had a black uniform back in the Super Bowl era time, but they just never wore it because it's too hot in Tampa to wear a black uniform. I used to because I had the Keyshawn Johnson one, and I used to always say wear it when you play Monday Night Football because we had plenty of Monday Night Football games. Wear it then, but they never did. I'm sure you've seen it before. It was black with the white number outlined in the red and white, or I mean the red and orange. A T-shirt design for the games. What do you mean? Yeah, I used to have a lot of Buccaneer stuff like and but in 2014 um in 2014 though I had a unfortunately had a house fire and my whole house burnt down and lost everything. Sure, y'all should go come to the tailgate. Come to the tailgate. Shoot, this is my schedule. Whenever on game day, this is my schedule. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is of course if it's a 1 o'clock game. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I jump in the shower, get refreshed. I get my gear on, my jerseys. That's not the only one I have too. I have a red. I have this one too. I don't know why I don't look as red though. Light, I guess. It's probably the lighting. But see, I don't know if it's the word superficial or superstitious, whatever. But whatever, because on the app and stuff, I get emailed. Um, I get emailed like what the Bucks, what the Bucks wearing. Are they wearing white at home for that game, or they're wearing the red uniform or color rush? So whatever they're wearing, I'm gonna wear. I've always been that way. Unless it's like a special occasion game, like a salute to service. I have the camo Bucks jersey. Um, like so it's like, and usually if it's like a breast cancer awareness game, I'll wear the white one and I'll do my paint scheme with pink on it. Yeah, like I said, I think the new red uniform is gonna have some orange in it. That's just my opinion. I think it's gonna be more solid instead of having the pewter shoulders. I think it's gonna be all solid red with some orange in it somewhere, maybe on a side or something. Well, it's not an email. It's just on the Buccaneers app. Like it on the Buccaneers app. Like if you're a season pass member, that you get more benefits and stuff. You get stuff sent to you on game day. Like they'll tell you what they're handing out free at the gate, or the pregame concert, who's going to be there, stuff like that. But you can also do it. They post it also on their Instagram too. What uniforms they're going to wear. Like they usually do it on a Thursday before the game. They do it on the for the road game too. Like, oh, we're wearing all the white jersey, white pants, and pewter socks or red socks. Where's your seats at? Yeah, Jalen Hurts, he would be good because he the way the league is turning into is mobile quarterbacks that can throw. See, back then it used to be quarterbacks who can just scramble around, but wasn't that couldn't really throw that well. But now it's going into where they can run and throw. Jalen Hurts can do, can do both. I'm in section 125, row B, seat 24. I'm on the aisle, second row from the field, in the south end zone. Not the end zone with the parachute, but the other one. You're 107, so you are. Let me look. 107. I think that's in the corner section, I believe. AJ Dillon, he's been mocked like in all the drafts I've seen was like late round pick, like fifth or sixth round. Like when I did the mock draft on that website, he was still there. There's sometimes he didn't even get drafted. But the running back I want, I hope they do some way or some way out is Jonathan Taylor. Just watching his film. Patriots would be someone that would pick A.J. Dillon and turn him into the damn next Corey Dillon or something. They always pick up some player in a late round draft pick, and then they end up being a superstar player like 2 years later. Like, damn, where'd this guy come from? Who do I think they're gonna pick? Now I'm gonna go off just by what Bruce Arians think, but like I said, it could be just going smokescreen to having other teams think that they won't go offensive lineman, but he's been saying that now that they signed Joe Haig from the Colts, that their offensive line is the starters are set. That they're not going to add any more or sign any more players off free agency or so I think by him saying that, it's either a smokescreen that they would pick a Andrew Thomas or a lineman. But if he's just being straight out, tell him, hey, I think we're set. Our offensive line's good enough to win now. That he said that they were just going to add depth to it later on. I would think that they would go either running back or wide receiver. Because I know Tom Brady's telling him he wants. You can't just try to win with Ronald Jones and Bruce Anderson and Daria Gumbawale. They ain't no damn game breakers. So I would say wide receiver Henry Ruggs, slot guy that's like a Tyreek Hill. Or go get Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, Kinlaw too, because like I was saying earlier before you came in, that Sue is only here 1 year and he's going to be 34. He don't have the body and the condition like Tom Brady's been in, so he's not going to be able to play until he's 40 years old. So Javon Kinlaw, he's huge. He's a damn Mack truck. So I would be happy with Kinlaw. Yep, he's the GOAT. No other players ever done the things that he's done. Section 125 West what? That's where your seat is? That's where you're sitting? Yeah, I don't know if I was like I said, I don't know if the Bucks are gonna do a live reveal or unveil, whatever you want to call it, or is it gonna be a video package that they're just gonna post on their website? I've been trying to talk to the Bucks insiders like Greg Allman and Rick Stroud to see, but they don't know yet either. And so I don't know. It depends. I'm trying to find out ahead of time so I can plan it. Because if it's just like a video package and they're just gonna put up like randomly, or is there gonna be a set time when they're gonna do it? I don't know. But like I said, was saying earlier, but I think I got caught off track. But Tom Brady's in town, so I think he's been moving in all the last since last week. He's been moving into Derek Jeter's mansion in downtown Tampa. So I think if they do a live reveal, that um, he's either gonna um, he's either already got the uniforms that he's gonna put on to do the live reveal if it is, or he's gonna be here somewhere. They're gonna do a live reveal, or I just hope it ain't no like video package type shit. Like like the Rams did, you know what I mean, with their logo. I hope it's a live, like, all right, here we go. Let's show it, like at a certain time, not just randomly just post it up there. So like, if it's a time, if they announce that they're gonna do it like at 4 o'clock, I'll come on live like before that, and then so we can all see it at the same time and get everyone's reactions. I'll do it that way. Grant Delpit, you talking about the LSU safety? I'll put it on mannequins. Here we go. Well, I don't know where it was. I know y'all seen the video by now, but where Levante David, Chris Godwin, and Devin White, they stayed in the uniforms and they had like a background, like the Bucks background set up. I don't know where that was. I don't know if it's someone's house because I know it's not at the training facility. They're not allowed to be there. So when they went in there and seen the jerseys laid out on the table, and they were like, "Wow, damn!" You know, you seen the video I'm talking about that. Um, I mean, they can do it like that, but do it live. Just broadcast the shit live. Shoot, he might pass up his own record that Drew Brees took last year for the most touchdowns ever. I have a question for you guys. Did you guys watch my last video I posted? I think I did a Bucks draft wish list. Brady ain't gonna be playing in the Pro Bowl this year. You know why? He's gonna be playing in the Super Bowl. But I was gonna ask you your opinion on my intro. I redid the intro. I was trying to see if you guys liked it. I think it's the one. I redid the picture with Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and I think O.J. Howard was on it. But I added the Gene Deckerhoff, Tom Brady sound bites from it, where the Bucks edited and put Tom Brady was passing touchdowns to Mike Evans and Godwin and Howard and Cameron Brate. All right, Sheldon. Yeah, I gotta redo it though a little bit because it said it was damn copyrighted because I used the whole thing that the Bucks put up, the whole soundbite, so I gotta cut it down so I can't get copyrighted. I just thought it was cool, like that'd be a cool intro. But I like the other one too, where it had the fans cheering and it was the cannons firing. Will the team as a whole? I think so. The way they are excited to play with Tom Brady, I think I think they're gonna, because they know every player that's on the Buccaneers they know they're gonna be on the team. You know, their expectations were down here with Jameis Winston. Now they got Tom Brady. Everybody's damn excited to play with them. They've been having interviews. They've never had this much attention to them, in their whole career. You know, getting all these interviews and their thoughts on Tom Brady. So now their expectations skyrocket. So I think that's just going to elevate their game much more, even on defense. Because now they know that they got to bust their butt because now they got a chance to go to a Super Bowl in Raymond James Stadium, the first team ever, and they got the GOAT, Tom Brady, leading them the way. Now, Devin White, he's got to be the GOAT for his defense. Levante David, get those players around him to elevate their game up. Yeah, think about it. Bruce Arians is almost 70 years old. He said he wants to win now. He don't have much time left to keep on coaching. So he said he's all in now. He wants to win a Super Bowl ring before he retires. As a head coach, he wants a Super Bowl ring. He has them as a assistants and offensive coordinators, but he wants one of his own that he was the head coach, he said. Yeah, no, defense just because Jameis Winston threw all the interceptions. Think about it. You go out there, you make a stop, offense is driving, interception, you're gonna be wore out. And there's times Jameis Winston threw 5 interceptions. So that means you're out there 5 times as longer than normal in some games. And then in the games we win, even though Jameis Winston threw interceptions, but there's games where we won, and it wasn't because of Jameis Winston, that's for sure. Now, one game we lost because of the kicker, the Giants game. Yep, number 1 run defense. No, G-Rod, no, look. Um, Even Donald Trump, let me see if I still have it. Yeah, here you go. I don't know if you've seen this, but look, I don't know if y'all can see it. This is what Donald Trump said to Adam Schefter. Yeah, no, Sheldon. There's not one game we actually got blown out like we used to do like the past 4 years before this year. But this is what I don't know if you didn't see it. This is what it said. It says Donald Trump's telling sports commissioners today that he believes the NFL should start on time in September. And this was on April 4th. And you can see that the wide receivers were frustrated with Jameis Winston. Mike Evans, he just was like every time he was an interception, he's like, yeah. And that's from Donald Trump telling the sports commission. Now, of course, the leagues that were going on, like the NBA and NHL and baseball was fixing to start. I think baseball might be pushed back, um, or the season would be shortened. But the NFL don't start, till then. So, Jason, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Perriman left because he took more money. That's the only thing I can think of. You have a chance to be catching touchdown passes from Tom Brady, but you want to go to the Jets? Yeah. I know people are like, "Oh, Jameis Winston's the best quarterback we ever had. He throws 30 interceptions." Jameis Winston averaged 22 interceptions a season as a Buccaneers at the Bucs quarterback. If you take all his interceptions he's thrown and divide it into 5, shit, it might be even more. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Hold on. So he had 88 interceptions total. And so that means he had almost like 17 lost fumbles. God damn. How the hell you lose 17 fumbles as a quarterback? Shoot. We could have had more wins than that. Just think about the game. Think about the games we led for a while, and then he throws an interception and gets the team back in it. 49ers game, we should have won that game. The defense played well enough to win that one. Giants game, so that's two more wins there that we should have won. Houston Texans, we should have won. That Atlanta Falcons last game of the season we should have won. That Falcons game, if we had Tom Brady in overtime, he would have drove down and won the. He would have won it just like the Super Bowl. He had seven pick six, but he had 21 other interceptions that were dropped. So his average was 17 interceptions this season. But that average skyrocketed his last season. You go from having 18 interceptions to 30. Yeah. He always says the same shit. I just gotta get better. I can't turn the ball over. I could be great. I just can't turn the ball over. Same thing. Yeah. And you gotta think, the youngest part of our defense is the damn corners and safeties. I don't know what's going on with Justin Evans, but damn. To me, that seems like it's starting to be a wasted second round pick. Yeah, no, I couldn't stand that shit either. Same press conference over and over. We heard it, Jameis, 5 years ago. Oh, I just can't do these rookie mistakes. 5 years later, I just can't be doing these same mistakes I did 5 years ago. But you gotta give him some credit though. Like he never has no quit on him, but he's just gonna keep slinging it. But another thing too is I don't know if y'all watched my video I posted and broke down all his interceptions. That not every single one was his fault, but he should have at least had he should have had 25. It's still too much though, but still. Like there's one where Mike Evans did like a 8-yard curl route, and he just stood there, and instead of coming back to the ball to catch it, he just stood there, and the corner came and jumped in front of him and picked it off. Yeah. Hope his plan is to get some couple. We need. I say we need at least 4 more good, players in the draft that will be key. Like another wide receiver, running back for sure. You got to get a running back. And we got to get offensive line depth. If he's going to stick with the guys he has now as starters, don't do what we did last year whenever, who the hell when Dotson went down, we had, I think his name was Wells. I think he wore number 72, Wells. He went at right tackle, and every single time was a pass. The fucking dude came right around him like it was nothing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but That motherfucker, he didn't even touch him. Yeah, Scotty Miller gonna be like the next Wes Welker or Julian Edelman for Brady. That dude's fast. Well, last year he was battling a hamstring injury too, and then when you seen what happened when he got in the game, he was just making catches, plays downfield, and then he got hurt in the line. He messed his hamstring up again. Can we draft? This is my opinion. Can we draft a damn trainer, a better trainer? How the hell are we gonna have 3 wide receivers go down in damn 3 games in a row with hamstrings? Yeah, Brady has his options. He's like, all right, all right, all right, all right. Who do I throw it to? Or who should I throw it to? Yeah. With the seventh round pick, the Buccaneers select Alabama's fucking personal trainer. Shoot, not just that game. What game was it when he caught that damn bomb? He caught was it the Colts? Was it the Colts or Houston Texans? He caught a damn fly, like a damn, he caught a damn bomb and they ruled a touchdown, but he was actually down at the 1, but we ended up scoring anyway. The draft is this month on the 25th, 26th, 27th, I think. 23rd. It's the 23rd. April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, there's no. Well, they're doing. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be like on. It's gonna be on NFL Network, I think, but it's gonna be fucking the video conferences. That's what they were saying on Twitter. That Adam Schefter and everyone's saying it's gonna be a. Whoever's picking is gonna pop their video up. Like they're gonna have their own war room with their, like Bruce Arians is gonna have his video, Jason might have his video, and like their war room is gonna be all videos all over the screen of their the video conference, and then they're gonna pop up the player whoever they're picking. Yeah, I know I could have swore they said that it's still gonna be on NFL Network. Yeah, they should. Should still be on ESPN and NFL Network, the same channels that it's always on. Romel, the Madden 20 now? Oh, for Madden 21. Here's my thoughts. I mean, I don't know if my brain is on the same level as Jason Light and Bruce Arians, but just as you guys, what your thoughts on what you think the Bucks should pick. But if there's one of the top linemen at 14, it's gonna be a safe pick. Just take him. Anthony Thomas, Tristan Wirfs. If one of those guys are still there, just go ahead and take him. As a safe pick. You will have him for the next 5 years or longer. So if one of these guys doesn't pan out that you're planning on having stars, you could put him in there, or you can battle out in training camp. Whoever wins, best man's up. But running back, and like my thought is like you draft the best available player, but also if you say for example, say you're keen on one position for your first pick the best available for that position. Like say if hey, we really do need a stud running back that's going to be here for the next 5 years, then go get the best available, which my opinion is Jonathan Taylor. That's just my opinion. I know there's some people saying DeAndre Swift, but I just don't see that dancing around in the backfield and all that is going to work in the NFL. He'll get tackled by that's too fast. NFL's too fast for all of that. But Jonathan Taylor, he's a north-south power, and he's explosive. Yeah, I like Ronald Jones too, but you still just can't just key on him though. You gotta have two guys there. Jonathan Taylor can catch. If you've seen his highlights, he can catch. Wisconsin, passed it to him also. But we also need a running back who can pass block. Ronald Jones cannot pass block. That's been proven 2 years in a row. He just don't get it. But another thing too now, if you're thinking wide receiver, okay, we need a third wide receiver now. Like if they don't see Scotty Miller being a third wide receiver, that they need another one, because Tom Brady likes to go 5 wide. This will be my ideal 5 wide. You got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin in the slot. You got O.J. Howard in one of the slots. I still think you would need, the other wide receiver out there that can, Henry Ruggs. But with Bruce Arians' offense, though, everybody plays everywhere. It's not just like you're playing outside and that's it. Even Mike Evans went to the slot a few times to try to get the mismatches on the safeties and the linebackers. Shoot, you get that. You get the safety and try to cover Mike Evans. That's going to leave a corner one-on-one with Godwin and Henry Ruggs. Now I'll tell you this, guys. Whenever the NFL draft for round 1, I'm gonna come on live. We'll do a live draft party. All sports vlogs, welcome. I just seen you in here. So you think 49ers are going to win it this year coming up? Yeah, no. That's why I thought maybe we would get Dion, not Dion Jones. What the fuck? I forgot his damn last name now. But he went to the damn New York Giants. Yeah, I like Chason too, or Chasen, whatever, however you pronounce it. Clavon Chasen, I like him too. He's fast off the edge. Yeah, Lewis. I was saying, I was like, man, Dion, fucking. I keep on thinking the other guy they have now, still the one that won the Super Bowl when he ran it in, but it wasn't. You know what? I put on Madden. I know it's only Madden, it ain't real life, but I put Scotty Miller on as my kick returner and punt returner. I had 2 punt returns for touchdowns. And I'll tell you this. I'll tell y'all something that I did, and I did it before. I did it as soon as we signed Tom Brady. I went to Madden, like I was saying earlier, that I try to put all the players like up to date on Madden, like free agency and move them around and stuff. And I redid the season, but when I put Tom Brady on the Bucks, I put Chris Godwin as number 14, and that's when I started tweeting Chris Godwin saying, "Hey, you should pick number 14." Before they even announced that they were he's giving him 12 and stuff like that, and it actually happened. So I thought it was pretty cool. I got PlayStation 4. Yeah, Scotty Miller's fast, and you can catch. Shoots it, but soon I'll be having PS5 when that comes out. Hopefully they don't damn push that back or stop that fucking from happening. Didn't Chris Johnson run a 4-1, 4-1 in the 40 on the combine? I think now Gronkowski, he was what? He was 6'7", I believe. So he was taller than OJ Howard, but OJ Howard's got the receiver skills, as in catch and run. Gronkowski was just huge, just tall and big, and had good hands. So it was hard for guys to tackle him one on one after he caught the ball. But OJ Howard, he's got the. You seen it where he caught the damn. He caught a cross play, a cross, and he caught it and he turned it up down sideline and burnt the linebackers. Like he's got the wide receiver speed. Yeah. Gamer. The draft is on the 23rd on Thursday. I think it starts at 8 o'clock. Chris Johnson, you mean? I'm talking about Chris Johnson from the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, 4.2 seconds. Okay. Damn. So John Ross, Bo Jackson ran a 4-1. I didn't know that. That big ass Bo Jackson ran a 4.140. God damn. Yeah, just think if we get another wide receiver in the draft. Now, in my mock draft that I did in the on this website was I picked Tyler Johnson. I think like in the fifth round or fourth round. I don't know. He's more of a taller wide receiver, but I picked him. Here, I'll show you my mock draft that I did last night on this thing. I don't know if you can see it, but here it is. Here's one of them that I did. All right, that was the first one I did. Now this is the second one. This one here, I think, is a better one that I did than the other one for the long haul. Sheldon. You talking about You talking about the? Do you think anyone could cover all them weapons? Is that one? Sheldon, what question did you ask? I missed it. I'm sorry. Chris Johnson. I don't know if he. I didn't hear about him dying. And then here's my third one I did. And this is my last one I did after that. Like I said, it gets addicting. Like you want to keep on doing them because it's kind of fun. But I can't believe he fell. Like this one here, I can't believe he fell. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna be hard to cover because Howard is hard to cover one on one. You ain't. I know one thing. Teams ain't gonna be able to play man. I know that they're not gonna be able to play man. All right, here's the last one I did. Now this one I can't believe he fell to the Bucks. So I was like, you know what? If he falls to the Bucks, you gotta pick him. That's my opinion. If he falls like that, this guy here, you pick him. Let him learn behind Tom Brady. But here, now I like Matthew Pert in the later round like that. That dude's huge. If you look him up, he's 6'7" and like 330 pounds. That bitch is a huge four tackle. Oh yeah, Chris Henry from the Bengals, wide receiver. Yeah, he died falling out of the back of a truck or something with a dispute with his wife or something. Yeah, they were going to. I think it was the Raiders that was going to be the Hard Knocks team, but since all this going on, they're not. They're not doing it because they're supposed to be filming it now and stuff. And well, not now, but like starting it pretty soon and then doing the during training camp. Yeah, if you look it up, I believe he was in the back of a truck and his wife was driving, and then just was going crazy and he fell out. I forgot. Then I forgot who they voted for this year. Then oh yeah, I do remember the Hard Knocks now because Antonio Brown and all the he didn't show up on time and stuff, and then he finally showed up with his foot all fucking frostbitten. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I know I know he was in a truck before. DeAndre Swift now, like I was saying before, earlier, I don't know if you were in here before. I was trying to break down the difference between them two and Jonathan Taylor. Like, I know he's got like amazing like cut skills and agility, but when I watched his film, his highlights, it's a lot of it is dancing in the backfield and trying to make stuff on his own. And he can catch. That's the good thing. But doing a if there's a handoff and he's just dancing around in the backfield like that, like he does, it just I don't think it would work in the NFL like that. It's too fast. Yeah, Vontae Davis, the corner, he got traded. Yeah, and then he didn't even he wasn't even the same player. See, look, yeah, traffic collision. Chris Henry died. I knew it was in a truck. Cause of death was a traffic collision. Yeah, when I heard that back then, it was he was in the back of the truck and his wife was going crazy and she wrecked the truck and shit. Yeah, Devontae Davis. I don't know. I don't know how he fell out. I just know that all I know is he was in the truck and his wife was driving, going crazy. There was a dispute. He was trying to get her to stop and stuff like that. In free agency now, I don't know. Um, yeah, no, we need a good running back that can catch, not just catch, but catch and make moves and get first downs, move the chains, because that's what Tom Brady looks for. Um, Trying to think if I know Lewis was the last one, but he went and signed with the Giants that I can think of. Amir, I don't know if Amir Abdul is out there. Here, I'll look it up real quick. I'm gonna put top running back free agents. Let's see. Thanks, Chinda Meyer. Shit, me too. Hey, welcome to the channel. Hey, you can become a Bucks fan too. Follow Tom Brady. A lot of Patriots fans are doing that now. Carlos Hyde is out there, but he's not a receiving running back. He's big. He's a bigger power back. How are you doing today? And Clay Matthews is a free agent. Tony Jefferson, the safety from the Ravens. I like him. He's a tall safety too. He can that would be a good pickup for us if we got him. Christian Michael, he ain't no damn free agent. It's showing 10 free agent running backs still available. Chris Johnson, Rashad Jennings, Christian Michael. What? This must be old. Yeah, that stuff's not updated yet. Jerome, there will be. They done said it. They done. The only thing that's gonna be not happening is like the OTAs, which is supposed to be now. But we'll have a football season. Chinda Meyer, Enchanted Gamer, he's a Patriots fan also. All right, let's play a game. Let's play trivia. I'll ask y'all questions. I'll even ask questions about your own teams. Let's see if I can stump you. I'm just gonna do like questions that I can think of. Um, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna start with the Patriots. Just have fun with it, I guess. All right, hold on. I'm trying to look up some. Joe Haig. Hold on. I'm trying to. All right. Here we go for the Patriots. Oh, who's Joe Haig? He's a solid tackle. He can play tackle or guard. He was the starter for the Colts for the last 3 years. All right, for the Patriots, or anyone can answer it if you know it, if you think you know it. Tom Brady's first career touchdown pass was to who? Y'all gonna probably look it up. Chandler, do you know the question? Tom Brady's first touchdown pass was to who? Yep. Terry Glenn, number 88. No. Nope, it was Terry Glenn. All right, Jerome, got a question for you. In 1979, the Los Angeles Rams. All right, go ahead, Sheldon. I'm gonna let Sheldon go first. All right, Jerome. The Rams, 1979. The Rams defeated who to go to their first Super Bowl? I was just born, so that means you're what, 45? New Orleans Saints. Gamer goes the New Orleans Saints at in the Superdome. Jerome, do you know the question? Do you know the answer? No, you don't know that. You don't know it. It was the Bucks in the old Tampa Stadium. They won 9-0. They got 3 field goals. They beat the Bucks 9-0. All right, Sheldon, your turn. You can ask the question now. You didn't know that in 1979? How many new fans will the Bucks get? What's the team Drew Brees have never beat? I would say the Patriots. Because I've never seen him beat the damn Patriots. Not even San Diego. Yeah, Brees has never beaten Brady. But shoot, we got a lot of new fans now, or fans that's jumping back on the ship. Oh, Brees never beat the Ravens.
What time was it?
3:30. All right, here's another question. Did y'all watch the Buccaneers and Raiders Super Bowl? Who scored the first points in Buccaneers Super Bowl history? The very first points in Buccaneers Super Bowl history. If y'all know that. Sheldon, you might know it. You're the Bucks fan. Who scored the very first? Romeo got it right. Martin Gramatica tied the game up at 3. Now, who scored the very first touchdown in the Buccaneers Super Bowl history? You got it right because Raiders got the field goal, and then he came back and tied it 3-3. He actually kicked 2 field goals in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's first team that he beat. Shoot, I would say the first team he beat, I would say the Buffalo Bills. We only have one Super Bowl. We've only been to one, and we won it, 49-21. Yeah, I'll tell you guys the strangest thing about the Buccaneers Super Bowl run. You know, when we won the Super Bowl, it took us 27 years. It took us 27 years to make it to a Super Bowl. The Bucks beat the 49ers in the playoff second round playoff game by 27. Then the NFC Championship game against the Eagles, we scored 27 points to make it to the Super Bowl. And then the Bucks beat the Raiders by 27. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It took us 27 years to make it. Beat the 49ers by 27. We scored 27 against the Eagles, and then we beat the Raiders by 27. That's some crazy stuff there. Yeah, I know. Fucking McNabb. See, what happened was, every time we played McNabb, we always worried about him running. So every time he took off running to the outside, the corners would leave guys wide open coming. Feel better? You just got a headache. You gotta take 2 Tylenol, not 1. Ever since I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. Man, I was so nervous. The crowd was so hyped. We kicked off to them. And Brian Mitchell returned that shit all the way back to like the 20-yard line. I'm like, oh my god. Then they scored 2 plays later. I'm like, shit, here we go again. Here we go again. As a head coach, gamer, he has 6. Because I know he didn't win no Super Bowl with the Browns or Jets. Oh, and shoot, I don't know. He's been coaching forever. He was assistant. Shoot, I believe he was assistant coach. Yeah, now if you're asking, yeah, if you're saying, yeah, Andy Reid was the head coach of the Eagles when we beat them. Oh, shoot, he's probably got like 12 if you're counting his whole career as assistant coaches and stuff. Damn. Well, you can say he's not getting no more, so he better enjoy those 8 rings. Hopefully we at least get one more. The Rams division back in those days was the Rams, Falcons, 49ers, and the Saints. It was the Rams, Falcons, 49ers, Saints, and Cardinals. I think the Cardinals was in it too. I think back then they had 5 teams in that division. I think it was Cardinals, 49ers, Saints, Rams, and the Falcons. Yeah. We had the Colts and Patriots always battling out. Now the Bucks was the Bucks, Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota. The Cowboys was Cowboys, Giants, Redskins, Eagles. I don't know who the other one was. That one. Cowboys, Giants, Redskins, Eagles. That one's never really changed. That one's always been the same. Yeah, because back then there was only 3. When there was only 3 divisions, I think. Because there was no South. It was West, North, and East, or West, North, and South, or yeah, East. Broncos was Broncos, Broncos, Seattle, um, Raiders, and the Chiefs. Oh, the Cardinals. The Cardinals was with the Cowboys. All right, yeah, Cardinals was with the Cowboys. The Steelers was like Steelers, Browns, Bengals. Shit, I don't even know who the fuck the other team was with that one. Steelers, Browns, Bengals. Oh, I forgot the Chargers. Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah, Chargers was in that one too. Chargers, Broncos, Seattle, and the Chiefs was that one. Who the fuck was in this? The Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Yeah, yeah. Not every division had 5 teams though. Who the hell? I'm trying to think who was in the Bengals. The Houston Oilers. Yeah, it was. It was the Houston Oilers. Yeah, it was Steelers, Bengals, Browns, and Houston Oilers was in that one. What you doing? Which city would get an NFL team soon again? I don't know. I would probably think maybe St. Louis would get a team again. I don't know if I haven't heard any talks about any new teams coming because I think 32 teams in the NFL with I don't know how they would do that with um, the scheduling though. Some people would have 2 bye weeks, I guess. I don't know. I heard that the Falcons are going to the red helmet. I heard the Falcons are going back to the red helmet, but with a new, like meaner looking Falcon on it. Yeah, St. Louis Cardinals. I remember back when I played Tecmo Bowl when I was like real little, 5, 6 years old. It was St. Louis Cardinals. What was whose name? Wait. Now I'll tell you this though. When I was growing up, I used to always think for some reason I used to always think that Charger, the lightning bolt, was cool. Yeah. To me, his knees are too messed up. He didn't do shit against the Bucks when we played him. Sorry, Jerome, but yeah, Gurley didn't do nothing. Shit, Derrick Henry didn't even do nothing when we played him. I think we held him to only like 60 yards. We had the #1 rush defense. You're gonna bump your head. Well, as history shows that not one team's won it 3 years in a row. The Saints won it, I think, 2 years in a row now, but it used to be, for our division, it used to never be like that. Falcons won, Bucks won, Panthers won, Saints won. But so far, in the last couple of years, the Saints been dominating for the division. What are you doing? My son's awake. She put him in the room. What, Drew Brees? I think this might be his last year. Brady plans on playing after 2 more years. Could you imagine if we had Tom Brady like 5 years ago? Because there was talks that he wanted to leave New England, before this year. But hey guys, I'm about to get off here. My girl, she just woke up and everything, and she wants to go to the store. Yeah, see, one thing with Drew Brees and like Tom Brady and stuff, like Tom Brady's the way he trains his body, um he's different from other older quarterbacks. Like it's been shown that Drew Brees doesn't have the strong arm like he used to do. That's why whenever it's those deep throws, they always bring Taysom Hill in to throw those deep ones. But guys, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I'll be posting up more videos soon, and thanks again for subscribing and following me and stuff. I know. Yeah. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here, and thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, thank you.